I don't know if you can feel it. Maybe something in the air. You know, we're on the countdown to the spooky day, October 31st, right? It's coming up fast. And now there's a lot of ways you can get into the spooky season, including with the Prince George Symphony Orchestra, what we're going to talk about today with a Frankenstein play along. Plus, we're going to take you along for a ghostly walk. All that and more coming up on CKPG Today. I don't know if you're feeling spooky, but I feel spooky because Halloween is coming up and I'm in the presence of, I don't know, is it fair to say you're one of the spookiest people in Prince George?
Maybe by mistake, yeah, I guess.
But good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Yes, doing the ghostly walks here. We're going to get set for our own today.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's get it going and we'll start her up.
Sounds good. Downtown Prince George. It has a lot to offer.
Ton to offer. More stories than I have route for. So I'm hoping to develop a second route because there's a lot more stories around.
Okay.
So yeah, once people hear you're looking for them, they come out of the woodwork. They want to help you out. So
now we started at George Street.
Yeah.
Is this the epicenter?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would say 3rd Avenue has a lot going on for sure, but it's a great place to start because it kind of, eases us into the whole thing. We've got some great antique shops here in Prince George.
Yes.
And antiques are pretty famous for having odd things attached from time to time. So one of my favorites is I have a friend who has an older home. Really wanted to have period pieces in her older home. She lives alone. She's pretty particular.
Okay.
She was very excited about buying a large armoire. Think going to Narnia, like that large.
Okay, big one.
Big one. And she's super excited, and she ended up purchasing this armoire. She told me about it, and then I saw her a couple weeks later, and I said, "Hey, how's the armoire?" She goes, "Oh, it went back." And I'm like, "What's going on?" And she said she got the armoire into her room and everything was fine. And that night she went to bed, read for a while, turned off her light. And when she turned off the light, she started hearing someone pacing up and down her upstairs hallway. And she thought, oh my God, because she lives alone, no pets.
No, yeah, that's
So she
weird.
jumps out of bed, opens the door, nothing there, silent. Got back in bed, turned the light out. The minute she turned the light out, the pacing started again. So she basically flipped the light on and kept it on and went to sleep that night, but she felt very uneasy. She phoned the antique store the next day and talked to the gentleman who owns it. And she said, hey, about that armoire. And he goes, you want to return it, don't you?
So
and
this wasn't the first time.
This wasn't the first time. So this armoire had come back 3 times because people had purchased it, put it in their homes, and then weird stuff started happening. So sometimes we think, oh, it's only buildings that are, no. It
could be things too, and you could bring the thing with you.
100%, and you wouldn't even know. So for her, it wasn't worth the hassle. She's like, no, it obviously already belongs to somebody else, and she returned it, and that was that. But any antique store is going to have cool stuff. These ones, very cool. You walk in here, you know you're not completely by yourself.
Well, how do you know?
I get like a spidey sense for me, and then I kind of decide what to do with that. Like I either lean into it and see if I can figure out what else is going on, or I'm like, nope.
Yeah, because you don't walk around one of those monitors you see on the
I'm not a ghost investigator.
Yeah.
I don't go looking for this stuff. It seems to find me most of the time. I will help friends out if they've got a weird house, but otherwise, I don't go looking for this stuff at all.
Interesting. Antiques, so maybe be cautious before you.
Be cautious, but I mean, certainly enjoy them.
Yeah. Enjoy them.
All right, let's go.
All right, we'll keep going.
I just tell people we don't cancel, so if it's raining, dress appropriately.
Bring an umbrella.
If it's cold, dress appropriately.
Okay.
And we head out and go out together, and it's only an hour, it's not an overly long time. The Halloween walk is longer, it's 90 minutes.
Yep, which is selling out fast.
Yeah, I think there's about 10 spots left on that one. But otherwise, it's been really, really good.
Okay, this is like one of the oldest buildings downtown.
Yeah, and Corliss House is amazing. I've got some amazing stories about that. You'll have to come on the tour to hear them. Okay. But this is where I had my very first kind of ghosty encounter, my 3rd day living in PG.
3rd day in Prince George.
3rd day in Prince George. I was working at the provincial building came out here on my lunch hour, and I think, you know, we talked about
Yeah.
I could be sensitive to things. Usually I just kind of note it, move on. This place, I opened the door and I stepped across the threshold and I went, oh, like out loud. And the lovely lady who runs the shop, she looked at me, she goes, you can feel it, can't you? Yeah, it's wild in there. So
Oh my goodness.
definitely come on the tour to hear those.
Okay, that's the good stuff. Now, people who go on the ghostly walk scene,
Yeah.
are there other people that are like, I feel it?
Some people do for
Yeah.
sure, and most people have had some kind of experience.
Okay.
My favorite ghost stories come from the lovely people who say things to me like, I don't believe in ghosts, but this happened to me.
Oh.
Those are my favorite stories because they are not believers,
Yep.
but they've had something happen that they just can't explain.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. She was standing there talking to the clerk about what needed to be done to her bike, and as she did, the bike directly above her, the front wheel starts spinning, just that bike. And she said it got to the point where it was like it was going fast enough, and she looked at it, and the clerk looked at it, and the clerk looked at her and just went, Fred.
Miss an episode? That's okay, life gets busy. We get it. Or maybe you didn't miss anything, but you're here to watch that one feature again because honestly, it was that good. No judgment. Here's the good news. You can relive every moment of the CKPG Today Show whenever you want. Head over to ckpgtoday.ca, click on the Today Show tab, and voila. So grab some snacks, kick back, and binge away because let's face it, life's too short to miss out on great local TV.
So, this building, I think is interesting, being born and raised in Prince George.
very
But on a
interesting.
ghost perspective, it's interesting?
Very interesting. So I was talking to someone about a different building, and they said, oh, you need to talk to my buddy Steve, who used to work here. And I came to town after this place closed, but everything I've heard about it was pretty much Amazon for Prince George. Like, they had everything.
Yeah.
They did repairs. They did everything. So it's a really big, important regional store. And he was being trained to be a manager. And his very first night, the trainer manager said to him, you just need to walk through the store, make sure it's empty, it's all locked and closed. You need to walk through the store, make sure it's clear. So he starts walking, and he hears someone just ripping up the aisle, one over from him, and he's like, oh my gosh. So he runs and looks, no one there. While he's still standing there trying to process this, he hears someone running around a corner. He runs over there. So long story short, 40 minutes. It took him to do this 10-minute thing. And the manager's like, did you
What's
get
wrong with
lost?
you? Yeah.
Like, what's going on? And he goes, well, no. And he's trying to explain it to him without sounding like a crazy person.
Yeah.
And the manager doesn't act surprised or shocked. The manager actually kind of goes, Fred. And this
And he
guy's
knew.
like, yeah, he knew right away. He goes, who's Fred? The guy I was talking to said, who's Fred? And he goes, well, Fred has been here before us. He loves to get attention. He doesn't hurt anybody. He's not out to scare anybody, but he loves attention. And he goes, well, why didn't you warn me about this? And he goes, well, two reasons. Number one, usually when we tell new people about Fred, they quit.
Yeah,
And number-
as would a normal person.
As would a normal person. And number two, he said, and also, I've never seen Fred bother anyone on their first day. And so he's like, well, great. So there is more to that story, which I will certainly include on the tour, where Steve has an actual encounter with Fred. But the cool part for me too is when I started doing these stories, people going on the tours who either work here, have insight, they've got additions. And this lady said to me she brought her bike in here to get it repaired, and all the bikes were hanging overhead, with the front wheels facing down.
Yep, I remember this place. Yep.
And she said she was standing there talking to the clerk about what needed to be done to her bike, and as she did, the bike directly above her, the front wheel starts spinning, just that bike. And she said it got to the point where it was like it was going fast enough. And she looked at it, and the clerk looked at it, and the clerk looked at her and just went, Fred. So
so this
she
is...
totally had an experience of her own here, which is really cool. So a lot of these places, I'll tell the stories, and then someone will come up after or while we're walking, and they'll go, just so you know, I had this experience. Yeah. So I love that. I think that's
Oh my God.
amazing.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Let's move on. This is crazy. I didn't know Prince George had this much of paranormal activity to offer.
Well, there's some good reason for that. And I talk about that in the intro to the tour. So we've got geographical reasons, and we've also got historical. So geographically, you don't hear a lot about haunted mountaintops. You hear about haunted valleys.
Right,
And Prince George is literally in a bowl.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
the other thing that you will find common denominator in most paranormal stories or places is large bodies of water or moving water. And we have literally 2 rivers.
We got it
that
all.
cross. We're going to talk about Books and Company, which is around the corner, but this is as far as we can go with most of our people.
Yes.
Books and Company started out as the PG Citizen office. Then it was a Scandinavian furniture establishment. Now it's a bookstore. I went in there and I said, hey, got any books on local history? And they were like, sure, but why? And not a super popular request. And then when I explained why, they said, oh, we have a ghost. You want ghosts? We've got ghosts. So their ghost name, and I hope I'm getting this right. I had a manager on the tour who gave me the right name, Simon.
Okay.
Simon is a large, quite a tall man dressed in dark clothing, and he is seen moving from section to section in the store. And he's so real looking that like customers have gone to interact with him, staff have gone to interact with him.
Oh my goodness.
She said he's not like super friendly, he keeps to himself, but he's very much a presence in the bookstore. And sometimes they come in the mornings and find books like on the floor or moved around. So apparently Simon likes to do some night shopping. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this city has so many great ghost stories, and if I could get the money together and buy a bus, we could do like a Halloween bus tour, which I think would be amazing, because we just have so much going on here. So
That is wild.
it's worth it, even if you're not into ghosts. Come for the history.
Yeah.
I call ghost story sugar-coated history because it's just a great way to learn more about where you're from, where you live, and maybe some of the people who came before.
I like it. Well, thank you for your time
Yeah,
today, Ian.
thank you
This
so
has been
much.
great. If people are interested in getting their own ghostly walk with Ian, there are details available. We'll link it on our website, but PG Ghostly Walks on Facebook is where you can find
Thank you
him.
very much.
And you are a source of incredible knowledge, my friend.
Thank you.
Happy Halloween.
You too.
It's that time, folks. Get your costumes, grab your camera, and bring the laughs. It's Ha Ha Halloween on our CKPG Today Show. All you have to do is submit your best Halloween photos, anything from costumes to decorations, or your best pumpkin carving. Then, add in a funny caption online, and you and your neighbors might just be laughing when it's featured on air here on our CKPG Today Show. And here's the treat. There's no trick. You could win a pair of tickets to see Russell Peters live at the CN Center November 6th. So get creative, get funny, and enter online at ckpgtoday.ca, because this Halloween, the laughs are to die for. If you're getting into spooky season and feeling like you're wanting a little bit more, the Prince George Symphony Orchestra definitely can offer that to you this weekend. So lucky to have Mr. Michael Hall.
Nice to be back. How are you?
Good. Long time no see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
so Frankenstein, this Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
You excited or what?
Oh, I'm super excited. Let me tell you. It's going to be campy fun. I'll tell you right now. So here's the idea. We play the film, okay, on the big screen. And when the film was released in 1931, there was no score to it. Isn't that funny?
Oh.
There was no music to it. So if you look it up on YouTube and watch the movie, there's talking. I mean, it's sound, but there's no music.
Interesting.
So, and now that I look at it, I think, oh my God. And so people thought over the years, well, I really should have some music with it.
Adds effect.
So back in 2000, Michael Shapiro, this great composer, he wrote the score. So we're going to be playing Michael's music, written in about 2002, to the 1931 movie. And it's great because there's little leitmotifs, there's little themes, like the monster has a theme, and Henry Frankenstein has a theme. So the music ties in so beautifully with the action, which is the way it should be. So that's what people are going to expect, a live soundtrack to the movie.
How often does PGSO do this? I feel like not that often.
I don't think we've ever done it.
Never.
Do you know that? No. And people have come to me and said, we should do a live, what they call live soundtracks.
Right, yeah.
And, it's all the rage. You can see it in different places. So we thought, okay, what can we do? Halloween was coming up.
Yep.
We found out about this Frankenstein movie with the soundtrack. Perfect. So really, I think this is the first time we've done something like this.
Now, have you ever conducted something like this elsewhere?
I have. I've done shows like this way back when, years ago.
Okay.
And in that case, it was actually to silent films.
Oh, okay.
Like a Buster Keaton movie.
Gotcha.
Or the movie where the moon is there, and then a missile comes in and hits the moon's eye. Remember that? Whatever that one's called?
Okay, yeah.
So somebody had scored music for that. So I have done it, and it's an interesting project because what I see is the music, right?
Right.
And then I have little cues, which is the script.
Yes.
So
I was
somebody
gonna ask.
says something, or somebody leaves, or whatever the cue is, and so you have to make sure that the music is at that moment that the cue is. That's the challenge. Now, the composer, I've talked to Michael, he said you don't have to be exactly there.
Sure.
But of course, you want to be in the area, or else it doesn't work with the film. So that's going to be the challenge, is to make sure that everybody's on their mettle, so we're at the right spot at the right time.
Because I was going to say, like, the musicians in the orchestra are going to be facing the crowd.
Yes, exactly.
You're facing the screen.
Exactly.
You're
so
the only
no one
guy.
knows but me and the audience, you see.
They talk about putting the trust in the conductor.
Yeah,
Hey,
there you go,
yeah,
there you go.
Maestro Michael Hall.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Really great. Yeah.
Now, is this, as far as like a 1930s movie, family friendly?
Yes, to a certain extent. I have to say, because we want everyone there, of course. I have to say, though, that there are scenes, and as I've been looking at the movie, that are, pretty not graphic, because that's not the case, but it's quite frightening.
Scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some scenes are. So I would say for the young ones, maybe not so much.
Yeah, or wear a blindfold.
Right. That's right. Or just put their hand in the dress. But for certainly. Older kids, teenagers, you name it, it's going to be just fantastic. But it's quite the interesting movie to see again, and it made Boris Karloff famous as the monster. And you see it and you go, yeah, I know why, because he has such his facial expressions, and you have such empathy for this character because he doesn't mean to be bad.
Right.
He's just built that way.
The story of
You know what I
Frankenstein.
mean? So it's really fun. About 70 minutes long is the movie. And we're having a costume contest.
I was going to ask.
How could you not do that, right?
How could
right?
you not?
So
how many Frankensteins are going to be?
Well, there you go. I know. We should do the over-under on how many. And so you can dress up in costume, and we'll have a winner. Party City's given a prize for the winner.
Okay,
so
that's awesome.
that'll be fun. I think the orchestra's going to dress up too. I might have something.
Yeah,
on.
maybe
Who
just a
knows?
little something.
Who knows?
You know what, Michael? My favorite performance I've ever seen of the Symphony Orchestra was when everyone was dressed up.
Yeah, for one of the Halloween shows.
Yes,
you
it
mean?
was. Yeah,
like
you were
2
a
years
lawyer,
ago.
judge?
Yes, I was a judge. You're
Yeah.
right. I remember that well. It was 2 years ago, I want to say, something like that. Yeah. So when we can kind of let our hair down, and the score is great. It's a lot of work. We got a lot of rehearsing to do. That's fine. But it's so, like I said, it's campy. The music is great. It fits the movie so well. It's going to be a blast.
I like it. Well, thank you for coming in today.
My
talking
pleasure.
about Frankenstein.
My pleasure.
Go check out the Prince George Symphony Orchestra, folks. It's going to be a great Halloween celebration this Saturday. Get your tickets. We'll link it on our website, but as well as on their website. You can get them lots of places before they sell out, because it will do that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Entertainment on CKPG Today is brought to you by the Treasure Cove Casino. Now that's entertainment.
Taking a look outside at our CKPG snapshot of the day, courtesy of Jill Stein, who sent in this shot of a deer near Vanderhoof. And yes, not just any deer. If you look closely, I guess it's fairly obvious here on screen. A giant unibrow. That is what this deer has, is giving to you, showing to you, courtesy of Jill today. And yes, if you have a giant unibrow, maybe book your appointment, because I bet you if this deer could book one, it would. Definitely provides detail on a very unique animal. We love to see them here in British Columbia. So thank you, Jill, for sharing. If you have a unique animal you'd like to share, send yours in, because we'd love to see it. If it's wild, if it's tamed, if it has a unibrow, if it doesn't. Snapshot at ckpg.com is our email for all of that. Hey there, got an idea or suggestion for the show? Reach out and connect through our social media or send us an email at letstalk@ckpgtoday.ca. I love looking back at local history and trying to guess what is in an old photo without reading the caption. Now, this old photo we're going to show you today, I don't know if you guess exactly what it is. It kind of looks like a prison, jail, I don't know, some kind of crazy weird tank farm. But let me tell you, it is the water sewage treatment plant. And, well, this is back in 1973. Have a look. Taking a look back in local history, in 1973, the construction of a new secondary sewage treatment plant on the bank of the Fraser River near the base of Peden Hill, where it still sits today. But they were getting ready for the early winter opening date, where large tanks you can see pictured here were very important to the way the sewage system works in Prince George. And yes, it was completed in 1973 and it still operates in the year 2025. Boy, the amount of that thing is seen, eh? Yeah, well, I know we're thinking the same thing. Yes, I know. The first time anyone's ever made that joke, ever. Anyways, thanks so much for watching today, folks. Hopefully, you feel a little bit more spookified as we get into the spooky season together. We'll see you for more great stuff on the show tomorrow to round out the week. Bye for now.